I got to tell you, I absolutely love high school football. You know, it's nice when you're winning state titles, and it's nice when you're in these multi-million-dollar facilities. I mean, who doesn't like that? But these public school teachers work hard every day, as do these student athletes. And sometimes you're in the midst of rebuilding, and sometimes you're not in a 6A or 5A or 4A school, but you're in a great school district that's Northgate, and they're 1A. And I've got a very special place in my heart for this school, as I alluded to with Coach John Core over at Avonworth. Back in the day when I was just getting started, this school district was really good to me. So I said, before I go to KDKA tonight, I'm going to stop over and talk to Chris Lucas, who went here, graduated in '98. We were talking about our love of Coons Market and got that great location just down the road in Bellevue. So, Coach, you got a chance to end up at 500, one more game against Fraser. And look, 500 is not 9-0, but I got to tell you, or 10-0, and you're not going to the playoffs, but it is really something special to build on. So thank you for letting me come here, and I think you actually understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we have a great group of kids that, you know, our goal was to make the playoffs. We finished with 4 wins last year, and we had the goal of making the playoffs this year. Unfortunately, we came up short of that. But we talked about, you know, when we all came in, a 3-year process of getting to the playoffs and starting to compete for a championship, and making 5-5 after 4-6 last year is another step in that direction. First 500 record since 2016, and honestly, these kids deserve that. These seniors deserve that, because the senior class was the last class that was a part of the losing streak before they turned it around. So they were freshmen when they got those 3 wins. So they've put the work in.
So this Big Seven, this conference, these teams, Southside, or South as we like to call them, the Rams, they are headed back to a very special place. Undefeated at this time. They've got one more game coming up. We're going to catch up with Luke Travelpiece tomorrow. But to give you an idea, and I talked to Coach John Core about this moments ago, Coach Lucas, I mean, the last time they won that conference that you're in was in 1999. The last time they were undefeated in the state rankings at this point in the season was 1999. They happened to run the table that year at 15-0. So it takes a long time, but it's the body of work and it's the journey. And Coach Travelpiece told me just about 2 hours ago via a text, you're doing good things here. So your peers recognize it, obviously the administration, the parents, the quarterback club. So that's got to be a rewarding feeling, at least knowing, even if you did fall short, you're taking more steps in the right direction as opposed to backing up.
Oh, absolutely. And like we said, it is 5-5's that next step. We finished this season out the right way for these seniors and this team, and then turn it to next year. But the other one is our conference is brutal.
Yeah.
It is a very good conference, very good teams. I mean, 3 of the Final 4 teams last year, and all the coaches in the conference are so good. You know, Luke over at Southside and Kim up at Union.
Gene Matsup.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, he's a legend. And all these guys to compete against and coach against, it just makes you better. I mean, if you're going to be a good team, then you need to compete against good teams and good coaching. So that's where we're at.
All right, this is for my friends in Beaver County and for a community that I love. Spent a lot of time raising my kids in. I've got family there. Gene's a good friend of mine. This man's grandson got back into the lineup for the first time in a while, Sal Laurie, last week. Mm-hmm. How good is that young man at Rochester?
Oh, he's excellent. He's excellent. Even Coach Matchuk said sorry that he came back against you guys this week, but you know, Coach Matchuk has a program. I mean, he's developed a program. All these guys developed a program, and that's what we're trying to get to. So that's definitely a nice boost going into the playoffs, getting him back.
Listen, before we go, Coach Chris Lucas, Northgate, the Flames getting ready to take on Fraser coming up Friday night. Look, I love it. I've done it forever, almost a half a century in one form or another. How's it feel when you get to this point in the season and you realize you only have a few more days on a practice field before the final game? These seniors, these student athletes, what goes through your mind?
I mean, it's tough. It's tough because you work all off season. It seems like year round, and then it's gone before you know it. You know, 10 weeks, and then you're at the end of the season, and it's tough to end early and not make the playoffs. But you know, this week's important for us. It's important to these seniors and send them out the right way, because they get to leave their high school career with a win. And I think that's a huge thing, to be excited and happy after your last game. So that's our goal this week. I mean, it's not just another game. It's a game that we want to win, and Fraser's going to be in the same boat. They're going to want to win it as well. So
Listen, you were an offensive coordinator on the state title team at North Catholic. Your defensive coordinator, he was on that staff as well. Talk about this guy a little bit before we leave, because he was the first to greet me here at Northgate. He said, look, I was retired. I came out of retirement. There's another guy that loves football. Talk about that, Coach, please.
Oh, Coach Stevie, we've coached together forever. So we started actually here in the late 2000s.
Give his full name to everybody.
Dan Seafick.
Yep.
So we were the JV coaches here back in 2007, 2008. So we parted ways for a year and then got together at North Catholic. We coached at Canterman together. And then when I came back here for a few years under Coach Fulmore, and then when I got the job, he was the first guy I called. I mean, he's turned into a lifelong friend of mine. So it's important to have those guys around.
Listen, thank you so much. Have a great practice. Much success. Hopefully you'll get that win against Fraser and you'll finish up at 500. Something obviously to build on. And again, continued success. Okay?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey,
Thanks
don't
for coming
forget,
out.
coming up on the Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine Friday night game of the week, Montour and West Allegheny. Those two coaches will join me right after local news at 11 on the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. On the radio tonight after local news at 6. I hope you join me. It's your Pratte Pack at Northgate High School. KDKA, 100.1 FM, AM 1020. Good night.